We just kept quiet last Thursday. If they try what they tried last Thursday, Nigeria will burn. And I will lead it. And I will lead it. You don't behave like that. We are past that stage. If you want to be, you go to court, you wait for the court. I mean, we're not animals. The fact that we kept quiet, I told all of you, you are the one that have something to lose. Do not mean that they should take us for granted. Those people who did it, they refused to arrest them. Rather, they want to come and arrest our boys. Let them try.
Did you do that? I don't know you see this guy again. Yeah, I did the matter.
Well, fellow Nigerians, greetings to you all from wherever you're joining us from. Some of the excerpts you just saw just now, the first one was the governor of Edo State addressing some of his supporters, I believe. I don't know exactly what occasion it was, but definitely that video has since gone viral. And every right-thinking Nigerian, particularly those of Edo State extraction, are very worried, very concerned at the rhetorics, particularly again knowing that Edo State currently, as we speak, is very volatile. People are not just worried and not just concerned about the rhetorics of the governor of Edo State, as we see it now. And people are really worried too at the posture the APC is wearing Edo State. There are threats coming from all angles. Members of the APC are very boastful, and they are the rhetorics we hear from some of their leaders and supporters, are that the election coming up in Edo State is already won, that they are going to do everything to muzzle, the people and ensure that APC, is declared the winner. Now, all of these rhetorics, all of the actions that we are seeing, they are making the people of Edo State very wary. People are scared. People are very, very concerned. We cannot shy away from the fact that Edo State right now is volatile. It's not just volatile because Edo State wants to be volatile. It's volatile because both state and non-state actors have decided to take, the laws of the land to their very hands. And what we see is very, very unsettling. Now, for many of us, we're going to go through some of these videos again and analyze them. And that's why I've titled this very carefully, APC and Obaseki threatening to burn down Benin City and Edo State. Some people may wonder, why did I say APC? And I'm going to go into all of that because, at the end of the day, the words, the rhetoric coming out from members of the APCs, their supporters, and some people that some other persons may allege as talks and every other thing, it's such that there's a huge threat. There's a direct threat to Benin City, and there's a direct threat to Nigeria. As a matter of fact, if Benin City or any part of Edo State is unsettled, and indeed any part of Nigeria is unsettled, particularly with political violence, Nigeria is definitely unsettled. Okay, but of all of these, the only succor, or rather one of the institutions that the people of Edo State would look to provide protection, security, and everything is the government of Edo State. And for the government of Edo State herself to be drawn into the same drama, and as a matter of fact, the man who sat at the very highest office of the land becomes the one who is issuing statement of threat. You know, a statement of threat, if carried out, will be one that, you know, will not guarantee peace and stability in the land. It becomes a matter of concern. And I am seriously very concerned about it, because just under 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, a similar rhetoric came up from a member, you know, who, you know, gave instructions. It can be interpreted so. And the next thing we saw that, you know, Labour Party candidate billboards were being destroyed and stuff like that. And this is the pattern. And this is why this election is coming up in September. It's, you know, people are worried, really, really scared. As a matter of fact, some persons have shared opinions, you know, with me to tell me that, look, they just think that they are going to be out of the town when the election is taking place, you know, and directly and indirectly, people are already being disenfranchised because of the actions that are being carried out, because of the words from those in authority, and of course, because of the inaction of the Nigerian police, as it were. So, but we're going to start from last Thursday. Don't go away. My name is Komelamte, and if you can share this broadcast, I will appreciate it. We're just going to be brief as much as possible. I just want to touch on a few things so that, you know, we can drive some points home and ourselves be mentally and physically prepared as much as possible and all of that. Please also stay with us. The Comrade Show, and my name is Komelamte. This is the Comrade Show. So, thank you very much and welcome back. It is a Comrade Show, like I said earlier. For those who follow the Edo State politics, you will recall, you know, that a couple of days back, I mean, famously being referred to last Thursday, the candidate of the APC was coming from Abuja, and of course, that was on the heels of the judgment that reinstated, you know, Comrade Philip Shoabi as the deputy governor of Edo State. Now, what we gathered was that Monday Okpebholo, the candidate of the APC, Akpakomiza, and Deputy Governor Philip Shoaib, they were coming from Abuja, and they landed, you know, at the Benin airport. And before they landed, sources confirmed that the commissioner of police, and of course, indeed the police authority, they were waiting for Philip Shoaib to land so that they can, of course, you know, give him his security details and give him some of those things that have been withdrawn from him when he was impeached as deputy governor of Edo State, because the judge has asked everything should be reinstated and all of that. And we have it on some good authority that the vehicle, you know, of the office of the deputy governor, the police had gone to the government house to retrieve that vehicle from the Obaseki deputy governor and to, you know, give that vehicle to Philip Shoaib, and all of that was taking place at the airport. Restore his security details, give him his what's it called, vehicle as deputy governor, and all of those things. According to sources, there were some human beings lurking around somewhere. They tried to draw police attention. According to sources, I cannot independently verify any of these, but these are, of course, you know, sources, some of them on the ground and all of that. And while they were singing, the supporters of the APC, according to sources, while they were singing and trying to march out of the airport, and of course, one thing led to another. There was sporadic shooting that led to the confirmed death of one of the bodyguards of Senator Monday Okpebholo, the candidate of the APC. And of course, there was a whole lot of instability created in Benin City. And there's since been accusations and counter accusations from both APC and PDP. And since then, Edo State, as a matter of fact, Benin City precisely, has been a city that is like sitting, that is sat on the keg of a gunpowder. People can visibly feel tension everywhere. But in all of these, to people who are not present, who don't exactly know holistically what is happening, what we can see is that a lot of blame game is being traded here. While the APC is accusing the PDP is probably accusing the APC. For those in the middle, where the truth lie, become quite a difficulty. There are those who have claimed that APC were responsible for the mayhem, the shot at themselves. APC is accusing PDP of shooting at them and all of that. And of course, in some of the videos, very gory pictures that we saw, you can actually see people who are not licensed to carry weapon, having guns, having I don't know the name of guns, but some call it AK-47 and some of those, pump action and all of those things, And so you begin to ask yourself, where did these guns come from? Who are those, protecting these people with these guns? Why are the police not acting? As a matter of fact, as we speak, as heinous as it was, what happened last Thursday, till this moment, police don't seem to have actually arrested, anybody, by way of corporate and every other thing. And all of these things, when you look at them, they threaten the entire process. Just to give a snippet of what actually happened, that one of the videos flying around is this.
They know what they have done. They are trying to cover up, but they...
You do that. I don't know. You see this guy again. So I did the matter.
Well, one of the things you could visibly see there in that very clear from that picture are people in civilian uniform. We see people shooting. Of course, with several gunshots, sporadically, shot and every other thing. Who is shooting and who they are shooting at, it remains to be seen. Some of those things are not very clear from this particular video. However, what first of all drew my attention to this story, I said I want to do something about this story, was this young man, he was, before he starts speaking, this young man, he was on one of the videos that actually went viral, in the streets. And you can recognize him here. And he was shouting and saying that he's been shot at and every other thing. Now, this young man here, made some statements that are very troubling. You understand what I'm saying? It appears that somebody had come to see him in the hospital and, of course, ask him some questions to give his account of what actually happened. Let's take a listen, because this is where this whole matter is starting from. From my own perspective, where I started putting all of these things together to want to do this particular broadcast. Let's take a listen. Please,
can you tell us what happened at the Benin airport when Shaibu came?
We went to welcome the candidates, which is a model, right honorable, and Shaibu, who is the deputy governor of Edo State. So we're in airport. We're coming out from airport with our candidates, Pewolo and Shaibu. Immediately they search us. Them Mutari, them Gbavo, them Ojonlaye, them Obaseki, and those Obaseki vigilante, they mobilize. We go on weapons. They started shooting at us. They were shooting at us. Even not the Mopo that was with us, the Mopo that guided the deputy governor and our candidates. This thing that be worse than this. But I want to use the opportunity to cry out for them to know that we don't look for them and they look for us now. We don't fight trouble, we don't look for trouble. Now they look for our trouble. For them to shoot me, make them wait for their own. Benin will ever settle. I'm saying it. I'm not hiding my voice. For them, we don't find them. Is there a crime for us to go to airport to welcome our candidates, to welcome Shaibu that were coming from Abuja? Is there a crime to go to these are our people, these are our leader in this party? Why would they shoot at us?
I really like us to take note of something here. This young man just issued a very strong statement of threat. He said, for them to shoot me, meaning they wait for their own. In his words, Benin no go settle. He has already established he's a supporter of APC, he's a supporter of Monday Bewolo, he's a supporter of Felix Shuaibu. Of course, Felix Shuaibu's twist in this matter is another package. You will recall that Felix Shuaibu has officially, as announced, joined the APC, which means that Felix Shuaibu and Monday Bewolo, they are now working together. They are on the same side. Okay? And this young man is one of the supporters of the duo of Felix Shuaibu and Monday Bewolo. Now, some people have called him a thug, for the APC, for Felix Shuaibu currently, and for Monday Bewolo. All of that, I cannot independently verify. But the way he is sounding, of course, when lie resembles truth, definitely people are bound to believe. But let's take that, let's listen to that. This is very instructive and it's important. Let's take a listen again. I'll just pull it back a bit.
Well, I want to use the opportunity to cry out for them to know that we don't look for them and they look for us now. We don't fight trouble, we don't look for trouble. Now they look for our trouble. For them to shoot me, make them wait for their own. Benin no go ever settle.
Benin no go ever settle, meaning they wait for their own. Now, what is by his statement, the implication of what he has said is that they are already planning or cooking up a retaliatory effort, okay, to get back at those that they suspect or have suspected, as it were. Now, of course, he did mention some names earlier. You understand what I'm saying? And all of that as some of the people responsible for these shootings and every other thing. And I have seen this video. I saw it a couple of days ago, and I probably had expected myself that the video that they are going viral, that the authorities, the police authority, would respond and try to bring this matter down. Because at the end of the day, whatever, what's it called, tension is, gets built up and probably gets to a point where there's a huge outburst. People are going to be innocent. People will definitely be caught in the crossfire. At the end of the day, people will not know one, know two, may eventually become victims of, of violence, to the extent that itself will be a huge failure on those in the authority. Because like somebody said, and has repeatedly said so, that any government that is unable to protect lives and property does not need to exist, because that is a principal, a function. One of the reasons why people elect leaders into political, office, as it were, like protect the lives, and property of the people and all of that. So with what we are listening to right now, and several others, there are other people that have made similar, comments and all of that. So the rhetoric right now is about threat. And this one is from the side of the APC. And this one has said, Benin no go ever settle, which means that Benin, by implication, Benin go born. They should be ready and preparing for them. At the end of the day, for many of us, as a matter of fact, it go be like saying, man, all of these things again, there are some sort of people can easily reason that, which other way can we describe, courtesan, in the open, particularly when just in a couple of weeks ago, the government of Edo came out to say, man, they are going to arrest everybody involved in courtesan and every other thing. And so what we are seeing right now the question people to ask, is it an open courtism or is it a secret courtism, as it were? Because it is not different. You understand? But let's take a listen fully. I'll put the video back before we go back to other issues as matters arising concerning this matter that is threatening the peace and progress of Edo State. Let's take a listen. This is a non-state actor, not in government, ordinary human being, supposedly indigenous of Edo State, like you and I, who are supposed to be peace-loving people, civilians, issuing a statement of threat. And not just threatening one person, but it's threatening the entire state. And it is like business as usual. Let's take a listen before we come to Governor Obaseki's own rhetoric in the same manner.
Happened at the Benin airport when Shaibu came.
We went to welcome the candidates, which is a model, right honorable, and Shaibu, who is the deputy governor of Edo State. So we're in airport. We are coming out from airport with our candidates, Pewolo and Shaibu. Immediately they search us. Them Mutari, them Gbavo, them Ojonlaye, them Obaseki, and those Obaseki vigilante, they mobilized. We go on weapons. They started shooting at us. They were shooting at us. Even though the Mopo that was with us, the Mopo that guided the deputy governor and our candidates, this thing that be worse than this. But I want to use the opportunity to cry out for them to know that we don't look for them and they look for us now. We don't fight trouble, we don't look for trouble. Now they fell for our trouble. For them to shoot me, make them wait for their own. Benin will ever settle. I'm saying it. I'm not hiding my voice. For them, we don't find them. Is there a crime for us to go to airport to welcome our candidates, to welcome Shaibu that are coming from Abuja? Is there a crime to go to this is our people? This is our leader in this party. Why would they shoot at us? Why would Obaseki mobilize us, vigilante? That means you can see the killing of Edo State is masterminded by Obaseki. Since Obaseki took over as the governor of Edo State, so many people have lost their lives. Then before, the issue of killing in Edo State, some people hide their gun, which they call, the people call them cotosides. They use cotosides to arm themselves. But now, there is Obaseki buy a weapon, pump action, AK, for them to shoot at themselves. Right now, is it a crime for we to go out there to welcome our party, our candidates, and the deputy governor of Edo State, because the court here pronounced. So, coming from Abuja now, we have the right to go and welcome them. Is it a crime for we to welcome them? That people like us were shot by Obaseki vigilante. People like them Mutari, them Bavo, and them Ojonlaye, they put all the vigilante. They say, these are the people, the weapon they want to use for the election, for this coming election. So we want to let the federal government to know that Obaseki have started what he cannot fight, what he cannot finish. So you know what you do now, my own is just to cry out for the people to see. Did I carry weapon? Why would they use weapon on me? Why would they use gun on me to shoot at me? Not to let many people get injury. They collect bullet injury. But I believe this one shall be a lesson to them. We're not going to agree for this one. We're not going to agree. Commissioner of Police, IG, we are trying, hopefully, to tell you people that enough is enough for Obaseki. Enough.
I just, on this guy's case, I want to close this guy's chapter right now. But what we have established is that this guy is an APC supporter. I don't know if he's an APC member, but he has already established that. He has equally mentioned names. And he has threatened the peace and tranquility of Edo State. I just want to appeal, okay? The Nigerian police, the laws and the act established Nigerian police is to primarily protect lives and property. From what has happened with this man and everything he has said, I honestly think that the right thing for the police to do right now because this man right now speaking here, I don't know him, but it's a subject of interest in this particular case. And I think that the police need to do the needful, particularly when he himself has made threats. And of course, he has mentioned names. I think it's a subject of interest that the police need to look into, because the police must have it as a primary duty to protect the lives and property of the Edo State people, particularly with this election that is coming. That's on the part of the APC. Of course, we have seen different kinds of videos flying around, as a result of what happened on Thursday last week. With, like I've already established, accusations and counter accusations. APC says PDP is responsible, APC responsible, and every other thing. And I actually also established earlier that Felix Shaibu officially has moved to APC, so we now know where everybody belongs, more or less. You understand? Felix Shaibu is no longer in political purgatory. He's been reinstated by the court. We equally are aware too that the Edo State House of Assembly has challenged the judgment reinstating Felix Shaibu. And of course, as a matter of fact, we are aware too that the Edo State government has actually applied for the stay of execution, but there is no proof at the moment that has been granted by any court of competent jurisdiction. But we are following these matters because these are matters of interest to all of us Edo State people. But following what has happened, Felix Shaibu issued a statement. Let's take a listen to Felix Shaibu.
They know what they have done. They are trying to cover up, but they cannot cover up. This one, they can't cover up. Not even when the police officer was a victim of it. They cannot cover this one. No. All of them must be picked. We have given, the police must do his work. They must pick them. They orchestrated it. The men of the vigilante and Powov did that. The vigilante in Edo State kill a policeman. IG definitely we go into it. So don't worry about yourself. They are struggling to see how they can rob people in. They can't rob anybody in. The vigilante in Edo State killed a policeman, and definitely I'm urging the president, the IG, to set up an inquiry to not only investigate but to prescribe in vigilante in Edo State and Powov. I think I will speak more to the youth. The youths, I will want the youths to know that you can be who you want to be.
Look, I just there is something too that is very instructive here. Everywhere I've been, every interaction, most especially I've had with people who belong to the APC, there's always, and you even hear them publicly, there's always this cry for, oh, the president should act to, the president should come and protect them, oh, the president should come and do this, the president should come and do that. You understand the picture from I'm saying now? All of this, they have a way of speaking to what we've always talked about when we said that there is the strong reliance of the APC on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come and give this election to them and all of that. And so there's a very, very huge power play here between, those already posing around the presidency and, of course, those posing around the government of Edo State. That is the power play in this election. And that is the interest in this election. And one of the questions that poor people would ask, people who are not directly part of what is happening in government, is what is everybody dragging? What are they killing themselves over as far as this matter is concerned and every other thing? What are they killing themselves over? Okay, it's a very fundamental question, because whether you like it or not, there is serious desperation. You understand what I'm saying now? In every party, everybody you talk to, there's some level of desperation. Nobody is looking at this as okay. And if as a matter of fact, they're not even discussing the issues anymore. You understand what I'm saying? It's how to make sure that we have this power. We have this power. There's nobody even discussing what issues, the advancement of Edo State and every other thing. And of course, Felix Shaibu, who has just gone back to the APC right now, has equally made the same statement. He's relying on the presidency to act. He's, as a matter of fact, in this statement right now, he has called, confidently called on the IG to act. As a matter, he said that the IG will soon act. Well, we have questioned, why has nobody been arrested? Okay, I'm coming to a point. There's a point I'm coming to. That's Felix Shaibu. He's made a statement. He has rolled the ball back. that they cannot, the PDP cannot accuse APC members, and you know that they know what they have done. The IG will soon act very confidently because Nigerians believe very strongly that every institution that is supposed to be independent, as far as you have a president, they will be at the whims and at the order of Mr. President to use them, the way the office of the president wishes at the end of the day. So that's on the part of Philip Shaibu. Now, in all of this, something honestly puzzled me. The Benin man says, "Amera kuhulure ohama me ogbomane bio," and the meaning of that simply means is that when the water or the river becomes dirty from her very source, that means everybody is going to be thirsty to the end. There will be no respite for anybody. Now, the meaning of that is that when there are issues, disagreements, when there is tension, when there are things that are capable of undermining the peace of a people, people look up to the authorities to provide some level of succor. In the case of Edo State, the governor of Edo State is the chief security officer of the state, for which he gets money to the tune of almost R1 billion every month to ensure that peace is guaranteed in Edo State, to ensure that violence is fought off the territory of Edo State. And so everybody must naturally look to that center where they have authorized to provide security for them. Now, when that same center where security is to come from becomes a player, okay, directly or indirectly, in any way we want to look at it, in matters of insecurity, then everybody will have cause to be concerned. His Excellency Governor Obaseki was in a gathering of young people, and amidst all of these things, with all the rhetoric flying here and there, His Excellency made some comments that have been quite unsettling. Many of you may have seen it, many may not have seen it. That's why I'm going to play this, and we're going to look at the words of the governor of Edo State, supposedly the chief security officer of Edo State, the man under whose authority, whether you're a member of APC, Labour, NPP, YPP, whatever political party you are, as far as you are an indigene of Edo State, a citizen of Nigeria, okay, you are guaranteed by law to be secured, in Edo State under the ambience of the governor of Edo State, because he is in that office where security needs to be provided. But this is what His Excellency said as part of the asset. Though he did say a lot of things, you understand what I'm saying now, but as part of the asset, this is what he said.
We just kept quiet last Thursday. Yeah. If they try what they tried last Thursday, yeah, Nigeria will burn. And I will lead it. And I will lead it. You don't behave like that. We are past that stage. If you want to you go to court, you wait for the court. I mean, we're not animals. The fact that we kept quiet, I told all of you, you are the one that have something to lose. Do not mean that they should take us for granted. Yes. Those people who did it, they refused to arrest them. Rather, they want to come and arrest our boys. Let them try.
Now, there are a few points of concern here. He started by saying that he just decided to be quiet over what happened on Thursday. Ordinarily, my governor should not be quiet. There was very serious act of disturbance to the peace of Edo State, and I would have actually expected that the governor would instruct and direct that people should be brought to book immediately. Now, that said, now he now went ahead to say, let's take it back.
Last Thursday. Yeah. If they try what they tried last Thursday, yeah, Nigeria will burn.
Now, listen, this one is very important too. If they try what they did last Thursday, we were quiet previously. If they tried again, Nigeria will burn. Nigeria will burn. And of a huge concern to me, and the governor said, I will lead it. He said it twice. Because I don't hear on the first one. Well, maybe I stand to be correct. I said, I will lead it. That means he will lead the battle to burn Nigeria. And I'll take a listen.
And I will lead it. And I will lead it.
I will
Don't
lead it.
behave like that. We are past that stage. If you want to be, you go to court, you wait for the court. I mean, we're not animals. The fact that we kept quiet, I told all of you, you are the one that have something to lose.
I told all of you, you're the ones that have something to lose. There's an app when I'm driving out here. He has said, if they try it again, Nigeria will burn. Nigeria can only burn when there's war. Okay? And he has said he will lead it. He will lead his own people to the battlefront. Don't forget, we established earlier with that the young man whose video I played, who said he would burn Benin. Now the governor is saying he will burn Nigeria. And he will lead it. Now this is where I was most concerned. Because my governor came out a couple of weeks ago and told us that they will arrest anybody involved in cultism. Some of us were pleased, if that was honest. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what cultism represents to all of us is destruction, is mayhem, is killing, is stealing, armed robbery, all of such vices. Okay? And if my governor is telling us that he will lead the battle to burn Nigeria, okay, he's going to lead it with people. Who are these people? Okay, because definitely our government is not going to lead war against Nigeria using the Nigerian police force. Definitely not. Okay, apparently people have mentioned what's it called, vigilantes that are under the auspices of the governor of Edo State, and people are beginning to now use the statement right now, you know, to attack the move by very many to agitate for state police. If state police can be used, okay, by those in authority against the people, or to create violence, or to ensure that there is no peace and tranquility, then there's a problem. So, but I am not saying that it's going to use vigilante or but who is the governor going to use? If the governor really means exactly what he's saying right now. And why is did the governor say Nigeria will burn? So these are very many questions, but this is the part that actually puzzled me. Take a listen.
It would not mean that they should take us for granted. Yes. Those people who did it, they refused to arrest them. Rather, they want to come and arrest our boys. Let them shout.
Okay, now listen. This is very, very instructive, very important. Those people who did it, you refuse to arrest them. There's a group that needs to be arrested. Now, the federal government police have refused to arrest those group. Now, the government is saying that they are now planning to come and arrest his own boys. Inadvertently, the governor has just admitted that he has a group of boys that some people may describe as hoodlums that he leads. In his own statement, his own words, from the governor of my own state. Now they want to come and arrest our boys. Now the people the police are targeting to arrest, I would imagine, are people that have been alleged to have shot at the convoy of the APC. Some of whom probably may be the names mentioned by the other guy I played this video just now. So those are probably the people, the suspect that the police are coming to arrest. Are those same people that the police are targeting to arrest are the ones the governor is saying our boys? Apparently, if the governor is saying they want to come and arrest our boys, and he now said, let them come and try it. I want to take a listen. We're just analyzing the words of him. He says, I'm big talking in his statements.
Those people who did it, they refused to arrest them. Rather, they want to come and arrest our boys. Let them try.
Now, I want me to use sense without emotions. I just want us to, to just extray all of these things and all of that, so that some of you guys would probably, I mean, if you probably be able to sit somewhere, probably and ponder at some point when you are alone as to why some people, some of us, are taking the position that we have taken. Now, what is Excellency the Governor of Edo State, whose words are supposed to be peace at all time, okay, to Edo State people, when he becomes the one who is threatening, first and foremost, why did he threaten Nigeria? Okay, now it goes beyond just words. The only thing I can put together is that right now, His Excellency, he's politically at war with those at the helm of affairs at the federal government. He probably, well, I've heard from sources, he had made some moves to seek the support of the federal government over some political matters in Edo State. Some of those doors were not open. Now, these I cannot independently verify, okay? But the statement just now referring to Nigeria with bomb is probably not just directed to, to any of us per se, but a direct message to certain human beings at the helm of affairs as far as the federal government of Nigeria is concerned. Possibly, okay? But the danger of what the governor has just done is that his boss, in quote, as he has said just now, okay, that some people could easily just describe as hoodlums. Hearing this from Mr. Governor, even when nobody will send them anything, they will be energized. They will be ready and they will square for war. And by the time they begin to unleash terror, okay, what happens is that both corporates and those that would neither know one or two can become victims of their actions, which is why his words right now, just now, they are the most dangerous I've heard from anybody at the helm of affairs, anybody who's in authority, as far as a state like this is concerned. And what this does is that it heightens the tension in the land. It creates a deeper state of instability. It creates a deeper state of worriness and fear. As a matter of fact, fear in Edo State right now is palpable. You can feel it. You can touch fear. You can touch uncertainty. As we speak, I spoke with one of my aunties earlier today. She was in the market, and she told me that she was going to call me back as she's in a hurry to quickly finish what she was doing in the market to go home, because everybody is scared. Nobody knows when there's going to be an outburst of war between APC and PDP. Now, for those who may just have come in, please, you can go back later and watch this broadcast, but let's take a listen again to Mr. Governor.
We just kept quiet last Thursday.
I can't get tired of playing this particular excerpt. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. It speaks more to just the words of His Excellency the Governor of Edo State. But let's take a listen.
If they try what they tried last Thursday, Nigeria will burn.
And these guys will be energized. Okay? And some people have made comments on different words. I've read a lot of comments hailing the governor. That is how polarized our system is right now. There has a lot of support right now. There are people who are hailing, yes, you need to do this, you need to do that. Many of them will not be caught up in the crossfire. You understand what I'm saying now? They don't even know the consequences of what is about to happen. Okay? As we speak, the governor has, shown to us right now that he has a group of people that people can easily infer or refer to as thugs. Government or Governor Obaseki's thugs. Now, what's his name? The other party, APC, I don't know whether they're under Akbawulu or Oshomole or Phyllis Shaibu. They equally have their own thugs, as have been alleged. And so fingers have been pointed at each other. So they've been threats from non-state actors on the part of the APC. And now we are seeing threats from the governor of Edo State. And the people at the center and the middle of all of this are the people of Edo State, myself included. Some of you listening to me right now included. So at the end of the day, it is like a case of somebody throwing stone into the marketplace, not know exactly who the stone will go meet. But everybody's in the marketplace. We are all in the marketplace. The market is fenced. We are all inside of it. And APC is trying to throw stone from the left, and PDP led by Governor Obaseki is throwing stone from the right, and they are all coming into the marketplace. This is what this represents to me. Take a listen.
And I will lead it. And I will lead it. You don't behave like that. We are past that stage. If you want to you go to court, you wait for the court. I mean, we're not animals. The fact that we kept quiet, I told all of you, you are the one that have something to lose.
He said the first time I told all of you, so it's a reaffirmation. I've got my own boys. Okay. That is what we have right now. I've got my own boys as well as you do yourself.
Do not mean that they should take us for granted. Those people who did it, they refused to arrest them. Rather, they want to come and arrest our boys. Let them try.
So now those are the words of His Excellency the Governor of Edo State, and they are quite disturbing. Now we've got to do this video and of course analyze some of these things. The best way we understand them is just to put things in proper perspective, as it were. Now, the danger of this is that this, this whole situation actually, would pose to the future of Edo State is that we are preparing for elections. The election will not just be a matter that will involve the candidates alone. It's a matter that involves every Edo State person. And people will be willing to come and choose from amongst the available candidates. And of course, what we have seen from the colors of the APC and the colors of the PDP is definitely something that, for me, it is the height of treachery. It's treacherous. You understand what I'm saying now? And for the APC not to, with all due respect, not to engage with the people of Edo State and continue to tell the people of Edo State what they want to do in government. Rather, there's a lot of cry over asking Bola Tinubu to come and help them win the election. That is a huge aberration that cannot be allowed. For APC equally to start a process, and of course, the allegation is that PDP is now, gearing for war. People have been attacked. Some very a micro mirror of what we probably may see. You understand what I'm saying? Now, there's another dangerous twist to it. The governor has complained that the APC boys have not been arrested, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and the PRO to the police had actually come out to berate Modu Bewolo earlier when he said that one certain Modu Bewolo of one political party contesting for governor, that's how he described Modu Bewolo, and that led to a huge outcry and every other thing. And somehow it feels like the federal government right now is now trying to, show their muzzle in this matter. And the AIG probably have instructed the commissioner of police in Edo State, and that one has come out to issue some statement. As a matter of fact, I listened to a press briefing by the commissioner of police in Edo State, and of course, you can read some reasons, into it. Let's take a listen to the commissioner of police in Edo State addressing and talking about this issue.
I stopped here to unravel the mysteries surrounding the circumstances that led to the murder of the gallant inspector of police and the attempted murder of the distinguished Senator Monday Okebolo. We are not leaving any stone unturned. They abandoned their own addresses. That is why we took another step of dropping invitation to their relatives. Meanwhile, If they fail to honor this, the appropriate legal procedures will be followed, and this may include declaring them wanted. We respect people, no matter the class the person belongs to. The PRO inadvertently referred to the distinguished senator as one Monday. It is not in our character. The Inspector General of Police, IGP, PhD, MPN, was disturbed. Myself and disturbed other senior members of the police were disturbed about this. And I want to use this opportunity to correct that almost unpardonable error. The senator is a serving and distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Senator Monday Okpebolo is the gubernatorial candidate of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, in the forthcoming September 21st governorship election in Edo State. We hold him in high esteem as a distinguished and serving senator. So the error, as I said, is highly regretted, and appropriate sanctions is being meted out to the erring police officer.
Fellow Edo State people, you see, when things are happening like that, I would laugh. I laugh because I thank God. For many of us, we are very privileged to see things play out in other climes, and we know they may not be so they be. What I just showed you is police right now trying to sit up. They are not just sitting up because they want to sit up, because they are sitting up. I mean, from what we can gather, because they receive orders from above. You understand what I'm saying? So they are retracting and retracing their steps. The PRO, first of all, in my opinion, did berate Modokbewolo. As one, he called him as one Modokbewolo. And Oshomole has been everywhere granting press statements, granting engaging the police, demanding the IG to act as quickly as possible. Of course, denouncing the PRO for addressing Modokbewolo as one Monday. And all that. On the heels of that, the Commissioner of Police in Edo State now came out to come and do this video. Apparently, Governor Obaseki wants certain characters to be arrested in the APC, and the APC wants certain characters to be arrested in the PDP. As characters that play their own different roles when it came to what happened on Thursday. And there's been no action by the police, but this one came out. Apparently, the police are now, have not targeted, from what we can deduce based on Obaseki's statement, have not targeted some boys, some of the governor's boys. God, governor himself said so, that instead of them arresting the other party, now they want to come and arrest our boys. Let them try it. Meanwhile, the governor has said that he was going to unleash mayhem in Nigeria. So is the governor going to use his boys to fight against the police? Particularly now that we already have one policeman already there, already a victim of all of these troubles. Edo State people, let us be honest to ourselves. Let us reason together. Let us be honest. Are we not tired? Even for those who are Christians, the Bible says, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? The same Bible responded, said, God forbid. Are we not tired? This is the kind of stories that we have built over the years, the kind of stories that we have listened to over the years, the kind of stories that we have contributed to over the years, since the past 24 to 25 years, when these two political parties have actually been in government in Edo State. A tale of desperation, a tale of corruption, a tale of ensuring that the state is redundant. And at the end of the day, the people used by the politicians, when the governor says, our boys, They are not policemen. They are Edo State people, young men, some of whom right now can be alleged to be carrying guns unauthorized in the name of vigilante. And the sole purpose now would be for them to be used to prosecute these elections. And we have seen it time and again. When we have elections in this land, okay, they cause mayhem, they steal ballot boxes, they shoot to scare people away, to alter results. At the end of the day, when you do not truly elect the right people, when the people that come into government become people who came through the power of gunshot and gun threat, the power of hooliganism, using hoodlums and every other thing, there is no way we can have a proper democracy. There is no way we can have a proper progress. It is only when the people's power is truly exercised by ensuring that they determine those who govern them and throw out those who they don't want. That is the only way we can guarantee progress. That is the only way they can be deterrent. It is on the heels of this, having looked at these developments and many more, that I myself, I said, I am aligning with Olumide Osaigbovo Akpata. I am saying that I am not crazy. I am not interested in anything. I just want an Edo State that will be a bit calm. Edo State that everybody at least at some point will agree with. Anyhow it be, this one is okay. And that's why today I'm saying that in all of this, bata na akbata. I'm not just saying this because it's my kind. People have said different things. Some people have called me to my and say, why are you supporting somebody who's not going to win? Blah, 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 blah. All those rhetorics, they come from the history that we have built over the years. A history that we have come to so rely on. A history that has been so retrogressive to all of us. I have people I know so well who are supporting the APC candidate, not because they believe he has any substance, not because they believe, he's going to, change Edo State for good, but because they believe he's going to win. And when he wins, they want to be part of the national cake. People have said that to me that I know so well, that I even respected so much. I know those who have equally expressed the same opinions, and they are supporting the PDP. That's they want to, not because they believe that anything is going to change, but because they want to be part of the national cake from Edo State. I have looked at all of these. I'm not swayed by any of them. Today, Nigeria, I'm not sounding modest. Nigerian economy does not, in fact, affect me directly. It does affect me directly because I've still got people there that I support, loads of people. And so when things are hard, it's more difficult. People, when I say 100,000 will give previously or 200,000, now they reach anything. So that way it affects me. If I just say maybe I don't get any interest for Nigeria, whatever they do that does not affect me. It doesn't. Where are they? I'm very, very okay. I did very okay where are they? But the Benin man says, Oja, I see me a woman. There is no way Nigeria or Edo State can be uncomfortable and I will feel that I'm comfortable. I am not. That is the Oja in my own Mayasi woman. And that's why my advocacy today is that we need to ditch these people. As they are fighting and they are threatening, they are not just threatening the peace of today, they are threatening the peace of the future of Edo State. All we need to do is to remain resolute, stand our ground, vote them out. Put Olumide Akpata and Yusuf Kadiri. They don't have godfathers. These guys are literally tested. For those who went to university, they understand what I mean. Olu Akpata was, in his time in Uniben, the speaker of the Losa Parliament. Asama Kadiri is a son. He has held several cultural positions of leadership before. This guy, the resume that these guys are bringing to government, it's massive. And most of all, I am very pleased that if these guys become governor and deputy, we are likely to see people in government who have never been in government before, who have never been corrupted by the culture of the kind of government we have. People who are hungry, who have seen the rot in Edo State. There are skirmishes of things that are being expressed by supporters of Governor Obaseki to say, man, oh, governor has done this, has done that, now has done that. Of course, in 8 years, people can point to one or two things that somebody who has started in government in 8 years have done. But the issue is where people are not balancing things out, you know, and that is exactly the case with Olumide Akpata, where he's so angry with the present administration. Is that do people really know how much Edo State is indebted as we speak? People don't know. If somebody has gotten ₦1 million and what the person is showing you on the ground is not worth up to 100,000 naira, there is no way that can be called satisfactory. The person has not used his own father's 100,000 naira to do anything in Edo State. He has collected Edo State 1 million naira and he has done something of 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira, and that will represent the 1 million naira. People have right to ask, what happened to the 900 and something thousand naira that was not used? Those are the lines in between that some of us look at and say, man, look, the book of reckoning needs to be open. If Obaseki has done well, as claimed, and Edo State resources have been judiciously used for Edo State, as a matter of fact, it is important that Obaseki and his candidate or APC will be vindictive against Obaseki. If APC wins the governorship election, Obaseki will go to jail. That Obaseki going to jail, where I'm just speculating, may not just be because they find anything wrong, because they will be vindictive. We don't want anybody to be vindictive against Obaseki. If Asha Odalo wins, he will cover up all the suspicion. Obaseki will not answer for anything. And that is not what we want. We want somebody to come to government and honestly open the books. And Olumide has said, I'm not going to use the word probe, but anywhere our money there, we go find out, we go bring a comment. Those are not going to get money. So the ones where you miss, where they not use where they not give account of, they go submit all of them. And these guys in government, they are very intelligent. They call them, what's it called, technocrats. They know how to do all the things, use pen and paper, they hide all the things. But at the end of the day, what if pen and paper not go be hide? Now, how much truly entered those states? And of course, people can assess what has been done. And I really want somebody to be in government to be able to open those books. I swear we don't do it because it's part of the government. APC will be very vindictive. I don't want them. There will be more violence in those states. Or Labour Party, Olumide Akpata is the only person that can become governor of Edo State, and everybody will say, okay. Because I already see it now. Already every day I hear that now. APC members will tell me that for it to be PDP, Labour better win it. And PDP will say, for it to be APC, Labour better win it. So when you look at it, Olu Akpata is the only candidate that everybody can be at peace with. And the sanctity and sanity of Edo State will truly come back. Because it is not part of all these arrangements. There is no baggage in him. There is no history of he don't first govern before. This is not what he do. This is not what he do. He not deal with him. The guy is just a new kid in the block. Edo State people. Edo State people. I want to appeal to you. If not for anything, okay, let us support and give power to Olumide Akpata. And with the confidence that we have done this, if he messes up or if he messed up within the first 4 years, we will equally have that same confidence that now we put you there and we will still remove you. But right now, those in federal government, they are using federal might, federal money, federal everything to intimidate everybody. Federal authority. Everything when I talk about, I'm not remove Felix Shuaibu. Felix Shuaibu has a history of being very notorious and all of that. And I make both to say that. The man will be sent before our eye has shown to us that man, he was never a saint. He's even more a political Maradona than the people when he commit on the field. I'm talking of Obaseki. So at the end of the day, we are at a crossroad. And the only thing that will be favorable to Edo State now is to ensure that we push these guys out and then throw somebody that at least will bring some new lease of life to government. And they all agree, APC and PDP, that he's got the capacity. The only argument they have against him is that he's from Edo South. And of course, we have discussed that matter. At this stage we are now, where anybody is from, okay, somebody come in and say, comrade, I like Akpata, I know Akpata will deliver, you know, but it is the tone of an Esan man. And I told the person, and the question I asked the person is that, you say it's none of it on Esan man. Who are you supporting? You are supporting, he said he's supporting as well with that. I said, why are you not supporting Okpewolo? He was condemning Okpewolo. I say, but you say it's an Esan man. Is Okpewolo not an Esan man? So which means that beyond being an Esan man, you have a different criteria you are using. He condemned Okpewolo. So Okpewolo is not qualified. But you are telling me that Akpata is not an Esan man, that's the only thing. So at the end of the day, I was able to tell the young man, but I'm glad he's working for Akpata and he's campaigning for Akpata right now. We spoke at length. I said, man, it is not the stage we are now. Before primaries, in fact, as a matter of fact, I'm the person who started the Esan agenda discussion. I don't know if anybody started before me. But I also know that even if we wanted an Esan man to become governor of Edo State, it must not be at the expense of Edo State people. Okpewolo will be at the expense of Edo State people. Because with what we are seeing right now already, if Okpewolo become governor of Edo State, nobody will talk. Nobody. With all this gathering of all of these elements around him, we are going to be in deep shit. God, take it to the bank. Take it. If that is what it's going to be, I go there here. God willing, all of us will still be alive. If Aswa Odawa becomes the governor of Edo State, we are still going to be in deep shit. Because the hate, the disaffection, all of this suspicion we did in the state right now, it could just skyrocket. And that's why I said, beyond these two political parties, let us try something else. Something we have not tried before. And this is where Akpata comes in. My people, as it be so, bata, na bata. That said, let me quickly round off by, appealing to you guys, particularly if you live in the UK. Akpata will be in London for a town hall meeting on the 26th of this month. And I want to thank those who were part of the Zoom session yesterday with Asama Kadiri. It was really very interactive. A lot of people asked questions, and hopefully it's going to come again next time. But meanwhile, even Asama, I think from what I hear, he's going to be in London with Akpata as well. So it's going to be a robust, atmosphere. Akpata will be coming to London, and I invite everybody, especially. He will be in London on the 26th of July. Please, if you are there, I'm just putting this up there now. You could actually just, I put this one, leave this one for a while I'm talking. You could actually just snap this barcode there, and of course, you can register yourself in the Eventbrite. So the posters you have here are for both London and Manchester. London on the 26th of July 2024, and it is at All Saints Community Center, 105 New Cross Road, London, Southeast. That's SE14 5DJ, not S, so it's 5DJ. Meanwhile, in Manchester, it's going to be in Manchester on the 27th of July 2024. And the time is between 5 and 9 p.m., same as London. And it is going to happen at Stanley House, Manchester Road, Manchester M34 5GB. Please, you can take your phone and snap the Eventbrite and get yourself registered for free. You can have free registration there. And of course, just 1 second, sir. Of course, you are part of the event. I have a call. I just want to talk to this caller. Hello.
Hello, sir.
I greet you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. I'm lucky call you. Lucky by name.
Go ahead. I'm on live broadcast. Do you want to contribute?
Yeah, what I want to contribute for the Akpata when they come London.
Yes, sir.
May you tell them, say may the campaign corner for inside those states. If we catch up with this state now, if we get out of those states, they capture them very well. May they focus on that setup for those states, all the market, all the village for those states, for Benin City, they may they focus because of these clashes of PDP and APC. So
thank you.
May they focus on those states, those states there. So because they will be they maybe all this issue outside too much. Oh, yes, I can now. There those states there. May I focus. May I tell them for London. May focus on campaign for that those states well.
All right, thank you, sir. The point is no that, sir. Thank you so very much. Okay, I did on live broadcast. God bless for calling me. Thank you. So, my those state people and Nigerians, I just want to say a very big thank you. Please join the London this thing. I will be in London by the grace of God. I'll be there for a matter. I hope you are coming. Let's meet there. Let's interact there. Let's come and interrogate them there. And of course, we'll take it from there. I actually want to say a special thanks to everybody who's been part of this broadcast. If you could share, we would appreciate that. God bless you. I'll come your way again. My name still remains Comrade Atlantic Momusa Oreahi. I'll see you when I see you.